Welcome back, guys. So, in the last tutorial, we have seen how you can create a table from another table, and we have created two tables in that video. And in this video, we will see how we can insert values in a table because we have nothing to do with the empty table, right? So to perform some operations on table, this is mandatory uh, to be some values there in a table, right? So for table one, if we see that there are three columns: ID, name, and address, and we have to insert values in three columns. So how you can do that, we will see in this tutorial. So for this, we will use a separate query here, that is insert into, then table name, like table 1. I will insert values in table 1, so insert into table 1, then values that I want to enter. So first is ID, right? So I will first enter 1 as ID, then name. So I will pass my name here. Then I will put some XYZ address. So these values, this will take these parameters, one, person, and XYZ serially. Like it will store one as a ID first, then person as name, and then XYZ as address, because the structure defines this: first ID, then name, then address, right? So like this. Now, if we execute this, okay, so here is uh, our success message. Now if we want to see this, like if data has been inserted or not, we will use the ESC table 1, see what is there. Okay, so DESC basically defines the structure of a table, not the values in a table. Okay, so to see the values in a table, you will use a separate query, that is select star. Star means you want to see all the columns here from a table name. Now execute, hope it will run. And one main thing, guys, see, here is a message that no queries were executed. Please enter a query in the SQL window or place the cursor inside a query. When we put a semicolon here and we place the cursor after that, uh, that means that we are not executing a query. We are out of query. So to run a query, we must place the cursor inside this query and then execute. Okay, table name. Oh, sorry, my typo. This table name is table 1, right? Oh, so you can see that I inserted these values, and these values have been successfully inserted in this table. So now in this manner, we can insert multiple values here. Now you will say how. So like this. Uh, I will copy this one. So suppose this is XYT. This is something rum, and this is 2, suppose. Then if we execute this, okay, fine. We are executing select star. Then you can see that now you can ask a question like, why this person is 2 times here, this row is 2 times here, right? Because in the first time when there were not this line, this data, we executed one person xyz first, right? After the during the second execution also, we execute these two rows, and for that this is uh, duplicated here. If we execute again the same thing, we will see what. So that's why this happens. So this is the method how you can insert data into your table. Now, if you want to insert data in some specific columns, you don't want to insert values in all the columns, then how can you do that? So, okay, let's remove everything here. Let's remove everything here. Delete this line. See, in the first scenario, we only wrote insert into table 1. Means I want to insert data in all the fields of table 1. That's why I didn't specify the column name here. But if I want to enter some data in a specified column, I must I must specify the column name here. So suppose I want to um, enter data in only name and ID, right? So ID, right? ID and name. Okay. After that, you enter the values. You pass the values here. Suppose ID is 1, 2, and name is something John, right? So let's see. Let's execute this. Okay. Now, if I want to see database, the table, sorry. Follow this. Okay, let's execute. You can see that my ID is 12, name is John, and we didn't pass any value to this address field, so that's why it's null this time. Okay, but now let's experiment with this, right? So we want to enter values in ID and name. That's why we specified only ID and name. But during passing the parameters, if we pass the address also, will it affect the table? Let's see. See here, the code throws a error to me that column count doesn't match value count at row 1, because column count is 2 and we are entering value for 3 columns. So how it is possible? So that's why it throws me an error. So I hope you understood the basics of inserting data in a table and how you can insert them and how you can play with this. So see you in the next video, guys. Till then, stay safe.